The 3.5-year-old conflict in Syria reached another grim milestone.
This crisis is the biggest humanitarian emergency of our era.
More than 3 million Syrians have now been forced to flee their country.
Every night now they come in their thousands.
2011. Conflict starts to tear Syria apart. Cities and towns become battlegrounds. People flee, millions within the country, millions more across borders to neighboring countries. The stream of refugees becomes a wave, then a flood.
People arrive with really only the clothes on their backs.
It's enormous. It has become a human tragedy. Every day, more people are coming.
The refugees flow across borders in a sea of desperation. Even with 60 years of experience, UNHCR can barely cope with the flood.
Our registration systems were totally overwhelmed. The scale, scope and complexity of it was bigger than anything we have seen. We had at any point in time about 100 to 200,000 people awaiting registration.
UNHCR overhauls and massively expands its registration system, hiring and training new staff. It puts several registration centers in Egypt, Iraq, Lebanon and Jordan. It finds and uses innovative new technology.
Innovation was a necessity. We had to change the way our systems operate, and we learned on the way. We installed biometric systems to ensure integrity of the procedures.
The iris scan was a huge boost.
It develops new software. UNHCR staff can now add new and relevant information to the refugee database any time after registration.
Having an electronic survey allows direct data entry so that it feeds directly to our online applications.
The overhaul is immense, revolutionary in its speed, scope, and level of data on every refugee, every family. The result? Assistance can be targeted and precise.
At the height of the emergency, there were 200,000 refugees registered per month.
Waiting period after 1 year in the operation stabilized and then gradually went down.
Registration at UNHCR is forever changed. Individuals, not just families, are registered. The vulnerable are identified. Needs are recorded. March 2013, Bushra becomes the 1 millionth registered refugee. September 2013, Mohammed and his family are registered. The number passes 2 million. September 2014, 3 million refugees. 3 million are now registered in the region. More than 130,000 in Egypt. 200,000 in Iraq, 600,000 in Jordan, more than 1 million in Turkey, and 1.2 million in Lebanon.
It's not only about numbers. Registration is about the human story.
Registration is the first point where we are able to meet with refugees, identify the particular protection risks, and then refer those cases, those individuals, on to specialized services to begin providing them with the protection and assistance that they need.
Registration, at the heart of UNHCR's work to help refugees. Age, gender, occupation, vulnerabilities, all this registration captures accurately. It provides identity documents to make movement easier. The documents also open the way to assistance and protection.
They are not just a number in line. What we try to do is to maintain an accurate database of all these individuals. Who are they, where are they located, and what are their needs? Whether it is medical assistance, whether it's material, food assistance or shelter, or even legal and judicial assistance.
Flight often closes a door on a life. Refugees arrive anxious, weak, and vulnerable. Registration gives them an identity document and opens a new door. Each person's needs are documented and can be addressed.
Registration is protection. We see people who are physically, emotionally and mentally exhausted. There are people who have dire medical needs. There are people who have experienced trauma, who have war injuries.
3 million, and the flood continues. UNHCR has responded to the enormous crisis. Registration is a key. Registration means knowing the profile and the needs of every refugee. Registration means help, today and in the future.
This emergency has redefined our emergency registration standards in every way.